Assalamualaikum and good morning. We are from Group 1. Today we will present about diversity in Prima Setia Motor Sendirian Berhad. My name is Nur Afifah Asmadi, metric number 264835. Firstly, organization is an entity that comprising multiple people that has a particular purpose. Two or more people will work together in an organization to achieve the short-term and long-term goals. In organization, people are consist of different characteristics which called as diversity. Diversity in organization can be a problem and challenge the company in order to achieve their goals. So in this assignment, we'll show problems and challenges that faced by the chosen company and suggestion for them to overcome it. Prima Setia Motor Sendirian Berhad started operating since 2019 in Sungai Petani and now located in Jitra. They focus business on new and used motorcycle. They also provide hire, purchase financing and repairing. This company consists of 28 workers whom are management staff and mechanics.
My name is Nabila binti Rufata. My metric number is 264783. My part is about the diversity issues. We got 4 here. The first one is bias to all races. As you can see, lack of acceptance of the diverse culture and ethnicity among the employees may conflicts to the company. Prima Setia Motor unfair to the employees. This company become unequal to its employees by only caring to their own races. Internal policy should be performed clearly to prevent employees from showing the prejudiced behavior. The second one is gender equality. From this survey, Prima Setia Motor hire more men workers compared to women workers, which is 90% of the workers is men and only 10% of the workers is women. Men are more likely to be promoting as the general position than a woman. Also, men's workers got the highest salary and bonus compared to women's employees. Employer need to prevent a gender discrimination and maintain equally regarding of the hiring, opportunity and promotion. The third one is about the age range and generation gaps. Based on the survey, Prima Setia Motor consists of multiple generations of the employee from teenagers to the senior. The age differences separation of the company as a unit. And Prima Setia Motor workers age range from 51 years old to 18 years old. It may cause problem to work with because of the generation gaps. Closing the gap may become an issues to establish the teamwork. The last one is accommodation of the belief. This company consists of the various races and the belief. Diverse in the culture, spirituals and political belief may challenge to the company. Employees should not impose their belief on others to prevent the quarrels and dispute. Employees also need to make sure to keep the responsibilities and duties towards their jobs.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nafisa binti Muhammad Najib, 268010. And I will continue to present about challenges faced by top management, employees and other related parties. So firstly, I will start with top management. So why it is a challenge for a top management to develop diversity in their workplace are because not every employee love to have a diversity in their workplace. Some of the employees didn't like the diversity of the workplace because they used to be in the same environment of the workplace and they get used to it and they did not want any changes made to the workplace because they are very comfortable with their current situation. So it is a challenge for a top management to do the diversity in the workplace. So in order for the top management to implement the diversity in their workplace, so they have to plan it carefully. Secondly, challenge faces by employees. So mostly this issue will arise when the older employee who are working with the company for a long period of time, they did not want any changes in their current situation because they are so comfortable with their current situation and they did not want any changes. So if the company are developing the diversity, and there will be an issue for the employees, such as stereotyping, racism, because they did not want to accept employees from other religion, other races, because they are too comfortable with their current situation, with their working environment. So that is the challenge faces by the employees. And finally, it is challenge faces by customer or other related party. One of them are language and communication challenges. So for example, if in Malaysia itself, if a company wanted to hire a people who that their first language is not Bahasa Malaysia, so they have to teach them or give them a classes so that customer will not have any problem to understand them, or their employee having problem to understand the customers.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Nadia binti Amir and my metric number is 264875, and I will continue about the recommendation to overcome the issue of diversity. The first one is racial basis training solution, which is a common approach to educate the employee about the diversity in the workplace. It is prevent bias on own race in workplace, and this training is developed to raise awareness of implicit prejudice, promote empathy, and create social relation. The second one is leadership and mentoring. This way can be a productive way to help both men and women in the field, and it is to make sure that the leader in the company develop a gender equity culture that begin at top and fall down through the company. And mentoring is enable individual to meet gain direction and also learn from the experience of the senior of the company. The third one is flexible on scheduling. It is allow the employee the change to use holiday or other paid holiday as an option to prevent the scheduling conflict. And management can also require the employee to swap shift with other employee or work additional shift on another day to make up for the time missed.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Aina Adiba binti Zoliza. My metric number is 265011. Now I would like to continue the presentation with the implications based on recommendation given previously. The first implication is for the racial bias training solution. By implementing this training solution, employees have to use employees' free time, like after working hour or maybe during the weekend, in order for the employees to attend this training solution. This may lead to a decrease in employees' commitment as they have to spend their free time for work related. Besides, this training solution also incur a high cost because the top management need to pay for hiring a trainer and renting a venue for the training solution. The second one is leadership and mentoring. As we know, a mentor is a senior employee who will support and guide the employees with less working experience. Not all mentors are good in teaching or mentoring because some of them maybe have a longer working experience and more knowledge, but they may not perform well in their job. This will affect the employees and discourage the employees from performing better in their job because they will think that they only have to work for a longer period in that company to get a promotion. Besides, this leadership and mentoring may be less effective if the employees have introverted personality. This is because introverted employees are more comfortable to work alone in order to perform better in their job. The last one is the implication of flexible scheduling. This method is practical to be used especially for religious event for minorities in Malaysia, because most of the employees in Prima Setia Motor are Malay Muslims. If the company have an equal workforce by race, this method may be suitable to be used. For example, during Aidilfitri celebration, there will be not enough workers to replace the employees that celebrate Aidilfitri. But during Chinese New Year and Deepavali, the number of workers will be sufficient enough to replace the workers that took the day off. This will lead to decrease in employees' commitment because they are not willingly to work on that day. That's all from me. Thank you.
As a conclusion, diversity in the workplace is rising in all countries, especially in USA, Canada, and also Europe. As we know, Malaysia is one of unique country in the world because we have Malay, Indian, China, and also other race living in harmony. This diversity in race, religion, and also culture are also our weakness because this diversity means that we can be easily be divided. So the management of the company have to understand the diversity and the way how to overcome this issue. Thank you. As a conclusion, diversity in the workplace is rising in all countries, especially in USA, Canada, and also Europe. As we know, Malaysia is one of unique country in the world because we have Malay, Indian, China, and also other race living in harmony. This diversity in race, religion, and also culture are also our weakness because this diversity means that we can be easily be divided. So the management of the company have to understand the diversity and the way how to overcome this issue. Thank you. As a conclusion, diversity in the workplace is rising in all countries, especially in USA, Canada, and also Europe. As we know, Malaysia is one of unique country in the world because we have Malay, Indian, China, and also other race living in harmony. This diversity in race, religion, and also culture are also our weakness because this diversity means that we can be easily be divided. So the management of the company have to understand the diversity and the way how to overcome this issue.